Sometimes we all need a little help. Life is busy, unpredictable, and at times frightening. On top of that, you may have habits that hold you back. Bad habits like smoking, worry, drinking too much, or eating too much. And what about weird things that you experience but really have no explanation for? Maybe you're afraid of water or flying, but you don't know why. What about panic attacks or PTSD? Look, all kinds of things can weigh on your mind. That's nothing new. But what may be new to you is that hypnosis can help. I'm Angie J. Hernandez, Certified Hypnotherapist, and I'm the host of the podcast Past Life Traveler, and I have a private practice. If you would like to schedule an appointment with me, message me at facebook.com/Indiana Hypnosis Center. That's facebook.com/Indiana Hypnosis Center. Bad habits don't have to last forever. Get rid of those bad habits with hypnosis. Hey, Past Life Travelers. I'm your host, Angie J. Hernandez. My guest, Ashleigh, today travels to her past life where she discovers the roots of her body size. Now, you might think it's because she was starved in her past life, but you would be wrong. Ashleigh becomes Tobias and can see him frustrated in his life. But you won't believe what happens next. Let's get started. Hey, travelers. We're going to go way far away from me today. We're going to go to Ashleigh, who's in Newcastle, Australia. So we had to really search ourselves to find a time when we could meet up.
Yep.
And she has a little child too, so she had to work around that schedule. I'm going to let Ashleigh tell you all about herself. Go for it, Ashleigh.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashleigh. I'm Australian. I got into past life regression through a very unusual experience. I met what people call twin flame. And then after I met my twin flame, I started to have spontaneous past life or other life recollections. So far, I've had 80 plus. Some lots in depth, some not so in depth. Anyway, I have a great passion for past life regression because of it, and I love being regressed. And to me, it's the best healing modality there is. I've tried lots of other healing modalities, and this one's the best. Oh, my little girl. So you mentioned that I have a 1-year-old. She wouldn't be here without the healing that I've received through past life regressions and some of the things I've seen that was stopping my fertility. Just that's one example. It's transformed my life for the better forever. I highly recommend it to everyone, and it's part of my mission to help show people how it can transform your life. Thank you.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
I love that you have been using it to heal not just things about the emotions and things that you feel, but physical things in your own body.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. It can do that. It can do that, but not every time, but it can do that. And that's where it gets really so interesting to me. I love that. So, since Ashleigh has been hypnotized many times, she's familiar with what goes on. We don't really need much of an intro, but if you're new to my podcast, just know that what we're going to do is a hypnosis session to regress her to a past life that might have an effect on something she's feeling in her current life. And I don't choose where she goes. Inside of her higher self or her subconscious mind is going to choose where she lands, and I'm just a guide there. We're going to go and see what happens. So you listeners are a fly on the wall, and I'm here with Ashleigh. Ready?
Yep. Can't wait. Thank you.
Okay. You can wear your glasses or take them off. That's your choice.
Yep.
All right. And even though you're used to being hypnotized, we'll just do a very slow progression with you. Is that okay?
That sounds perfect.
Okay, super.
Yeah.
And go ahead and close your eyes as you were. There.
Angie is relaxing her guest into hypnosis. This is not safe to listen to for those driving a vehicle, so we will move ahead.
Good. And now, Ashleigh, what I'd like you to imagine is that you see before you a long hallway. And on the left-hand wall, you'll see doors. And on the right-hand wall, you'll also see doors. And under your feet is a thick, plush, deep carpet. And we're going to take a few steps into this hallway. And each step you take, you'll notice the carpeting getting thicker and more plush and deeper and softer. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and deep sleep. Even deeper. More and more relaxed. The more you relax, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the more relaxed you are. Good. Now, Ashleigh, search for a door along that hallway, along the left wall or the right wall. Find the door with the light spilling out from around it, and let me know when you've found that.
I found it.
Good. What color is the light?
White.
White light. Okay. And just put your palms on the door and tell me, what emotion do you feel coming from the other side of the door?
Love.
Love. That feels wonderful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you'll notice that on the wall by the door hangs the key to unlock it. And in a moment, not quite yet, I'm going to ask you to take down that key, unlock the door, and open it. And then just stand in the threshold, feeling that love and the white light on you. Don't go into the room quite yet. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Take down the key, unlock the door, and just stand there, feeling that love and that light. Yeah, how does that feel to you?
Nice.
Nice, huh?
Yeah.
Let it fill you up. Good, that's right. And now we're going to step into the room. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Step into the room. And notice a nice, comfy, cushy chair there. And go ahead and sit in that nice chair. And we talked a little bit about thinking about something from your life now that maybe seems strange to you or something you'd like to change. Can you tell me what that might be?
The main thing I'd like to change is the fact that I'm overweight.
Okay. And so when you allow that feeling of knowing or sensing that you're overweight, what does that feel like in your body? Where do you feel the feeling of I'm overweight inside your physical body?
In my stomach,
Mm-hmm.
in my heaviness, like a
Yeah.
lead,
Mm-hmm.
like just a heavy lump of lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else do you feel it?
I'm just saying what my higher self's telling me. I don't necessarily agree with this, but my shoulders, like a big big heaviness on my shoulders and neck. It's just like, feels like something is just like caked on top of them. Just like this
on top of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like this big, I want to say like slate. No, that sounds weird, but just layers of slate. I'm just encased in layers of slate.
Yeah. It doesn't sound weird to me. I understand that.
Okay, that's good.
And when you allow the feeling to come into your mind, talking to yourself about being overweight, what do you say to yourself? What is that little voice inside say?
I'm not worthy. I'm insignificant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of the way I look.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting because I wouldn't say this really. Like, this is just coming up. That it sounds funny, but I feel I can sort of see myself like just encased my whole body in layers and layers and layers of slate. And then there's me right in the middle of it. But there's like hundreds and hundreds of layers of slate around me. And I'm just this little insignificant thing buried in the slate.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on there. But that's how I'm feeling at the moment. Like small and insignificant, despite the fact that I physically feel large. Inside, I feel like the fact that my external appearance is large makes me small and insignificant to others.
Oh,
wow.
That's cool. Yeah. I like that, huh?
That's a revelation I've never had before.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm just making a note here. That makes total sense to me. So what I'd like you to do is just say these phrases that give you that strong emotion you're feeling within yourself. My external self makes me insignificant to others. Inside your head, if you will, I'm encased in hundreds of layers of slate with my little insignificant self inside. My shoulders, neck are just heavy like a lump of lead. And just kind of say those phrases over and over inside your mind until you see something appear before you. It might be a door, it might be a bridge, it may be a passageway. And let me know when that happens.
I feel like I can see something, but it's not a door or a passageway. It's like a dark tunnel, like in a cave.
A dark cave. I've had that happen before.
I feel like I'm in a tomb. That's what they're telling me. That's the word that's coming to my mind, tomb.
A tube. Okay.
Yeah, tomb. Like T-O-M-B, tomb.
Oh, a tomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, a tomb. Okay. I understand. And are you allowed and able to go into this tomb area, this cave?
It's really narrow. I'm trapped, I think. I think I'm trapped. It feels like the walls are caving in around me.
Mm-hmm. Can you pass through it?
I can see a bright light. There is like a passage of slate, of rock, like it's narrow.
Yeah. Can you go through that out to the...
I don't think I can. I think it's too narrow, like it's too short. Like I can see it. I could have to really crouch down to go through it to the light.
Are you able to do that? Crouch down and go through it to the light?
Yeah, I must have. I didn't really see myself do it, but the light got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I sort of felt myself at first like crawling.
Yeah.
And then the light just became bigger and bigger and bigger, and now I'm just in white light.
Good. So...
And I feel like an openness in my heart chakra, in my chest.
Yeah. So a relief, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could, look down at your feet and tell me, what are you wearing on your feet?
Like leather shoes. Like when I say leather shoes, not like our leather shoes. It looks like straps of leather that are just wrapped around my feet. They're brown.
Mm-hmm. Look up your body. What are you wearing?
Whoa. I'm not really sure what's going on. Sorry, Angie, in all honesty. This is interesting. At first I started to see like sort of, it's telling me plaid, but I wouldn't say it's plaid. Green clothes that's not of our time, like of like medieval times maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like Robin Hood or something like that. You know, like if you put that image in your head of what he would wear.
Yeah.
But then I was, yeah, but then I sort of saw an image of me having a lizard's tail. So there might be a bit of crossover with another life there.
Sure.
I was looking like a lizard, like it swapped to me looking like a lizard. That's never happened before. I'm not sure what's going on there, but no, it's bringing forward the image of like, you know, like that hat that Robin Hood or Peter Pan would wear, like the little peak hat with the feather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. I don't think I'm actually wearing that, but it's just trying to describe to me the era and the sort of clothes that I would be wearing.
Okay. So
I do
would
have...
you say you're a man or a woman?
No, a man, definitely. I do have I can't remember what it's called. Like an archer's bag full of bows.
A quiver for the arrows?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Sort of slung around my arm and onto my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
and
your
I mean,
name?
What's my name? Tobias?
Tobias? Okay. And I'm sorry, you were saying where you were? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. I'm in a forested area.
Mm-hmm.
I can see I'm standing on dirt. There's a big rock to my right, and there's trees around me. Something in the trees like an animal, like a predator sort of animal.
Okay.
Not sure what, but I think that's why I'm there with the arrows.
You're hunting that animal?
Yeah.
What does the animal look like?
Possibly a bear. Yeah. A bear for sure. I can feel the feeling.
I'm a hunter, but it would seem to me it'd be hard to kill a bear with just an arrow.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's like a big... It's a big sort of brown furry animal though. I can just see like its face, like the aggression in its face. I haven't actually seen the animal. I think this is what I'm thinking that I would see.
Okay.
Like in my mind, like I know there's an animal in the woodlands. I don't know what it is though.
Okay.
I can just, originally I saw like eyes. And I don't even think I saw the eyes. I just heard noises. But there's an animal in the woodlands that I'm scared of. And I think that Tobias is thinking that it's something like some big sort of fairy creature.
Yeah. That does sound scary. If it's just
Yeah.
a bow and arrow, even with a gun, I'd be scared.
Yeah, me too.
So, Tobias, what country are you in, or what village? Can you tell me your location?
He says Slovenia.
Slovenia. Okay. I don't know anything about Slovenia.
Neither do I.
What
I don't even
language
know.
do you speak there, Tobias?
What language do I speak? I'm not sure, sorry.
That might come up later.
Yeah.
I was just curious because I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know anything about Slovenia either. I don't even know if there would be bears in Slovenia.
If there's a forest, there might be bears, but there also could be other kind of creatures. There's something else. I don't know. All right. What's your job, Tobias?
See myself crafting things out of wood.
Like what?
He says handcrafter. I don't even know if that's a job. Like I can see myself making like a stool or a chair or something. I can see myself like I wouldn't be like a wood turner like today. It's not a wood turner. I don't know how you would describe what I'm doing, but I can see myself shaping the legs of it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I see. I know how they do it today. They put it on a machine that turns it for you.
Yeah, I can't see that. He's sort of just resting it on a big log to do it. But I can see that image like forming. Do you know what I mean? Like the stool leg or the chair leg.
Mm-hmm.
As he's sort of carving might be a better description. Carving away at it.
Mm-hmm. And is your home nearby where you are right now?
10 miles to the east, he says.
10 miles east, okay.
I can see him lugging like big logs. He's got some sort of like contraption. Like he's got ropes tied around logs to sort of make... Oh, it's hard to explain. But he's like got ropes tied around logs.
Mm-hmm.
And then he uses that sort of like a sleigh, I suppose, and then you would put stuff on that but it's not like a cart with wheels.
Yeah, it's a sledge, maybe.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And he puts materials on that to move them from place to place.
Sure. He must be pretty strong, too.
Yeah. I was thinking that's it's a bit hard. It's not massive. Yeah. It's not like a massive sort of cart thing, but yeah. He says that you had to be strong in those days.
I'm sure that's true. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So are you always going to be an observer here? Or do you at some point become Tobias from inside of him?
Depends. Sometimes I do become the incarnation. Sometimes it's solely just in through the eyes of the incarnation. Sometimes it's as the observer. Sometimes it's both.
Okay. Just curious myself.
Well, he's just shown me it will happen. He's just shown me looking down at my feet.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
And I'm practicing drawing my bow and shooting against a tree. I don't think I'm very good. Maybe that's why there was fear there.
That could be. That could be. So I'm wondering if you can describe your home, your house, your hut, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's not very big. It's made of wood. I see like ashes from a fire outside of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the fire's outside, not in the hut, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's pretty small. There's not really much inside the home. It's probably like one room, maybe just to sleep, really.
Mm-hmm.
He shows me like a cloth on the floor, and the floor's just dirt.
Yeah.
Outside there's like a big stone that he uses, sort of like a makeshift table for things.
Mm-hmm.
The first sort of image I got at first was food, so it might be to prepare food on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a table though, it's sort of just a big stone. There's pretty what's the word? I don't know how to say it. It's not much. It's very minimalist.
Yeah.
That's not the word I wanted to use, but
he lives simply.
he lives very simply, and I can't see anybody else with him either. He may be a bit of a loner.
He's alone. He's not doesn't have a wife or family with him.
No. Well, there's no way they could fit where he lives anyway. There's no one to be seen. It's just him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How old are you, Tobias?
23.
23. Do you plan to marry at some stage in your life?
He's shaking his head no, but I don't think it's of like a choice. Like I don't think it's like he's made that choice that no, I'm not going to marry. I think he thinks he's not good enough for everyone. I think he's sort of ostracized himself from society, what society there is.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even live, like he lives sort of outside of a village, he's telling me.
Okay.
I just feel this feeling of unworthiness. Like the feeling I got when you said, will you marry? He's like, no. It's because he thinks he's. I see girls laughing at him.
Ah.
Yeah.
Why does he feel that girls laugh at it? I have loved horses since I was a little girl. On long road trips, I would look out the car window and imagine I was riding my horse along the side of the road. I spent many an hour imaginary riding. And that's why I love Phoenix Rising Equine Rescue. They provide loving care needed to horses that are abandoned, neglected, or abused. These horses arrive showing ribs and spines or in medical need, but with love and proper vet care, the horse can regain her health and vitality. But Phoenix Rising doesn't stop there. When a horse is healthy, they get special training to help them find their footing and be ready for adoption, because the goal is to find a forever home for any horse who can be rehabbed. It's not a small thing to rescue a horse. Besides the time and love it takes, the expenses really add up. Did you know that it costs $225 just for 1 month's food? But horses need more than that. They need regular hoof care. That's trimming and shoes every 6 weeks. And imagine the cost of vet care. Just their vaccinations are $150, and many need surgery. Phoenix Rising needs so much support. I would love to see them be able to help more horses who need them, and you can help. Just go to their website, helpsavehorses.org, and click on their donation catalog. You can choose to buy a week's worth of food, hoof care, or even a horse's bedding. Want to support medical care for a horse? Your gift can pay for everything from vaccinations to dental care to surgery. There are even more ways to gift Phoenix Rising. All you need is a heart for animals. I support Phoenix Rising, and I hope you will too. Remember, the site is helpsavehorses.org. helpsavehorses.org. I'll place a link in the show notes for you. And thank you for supporting one of the most worthwhile charities. What's the reason?
I feel like he's a bit awkward. He's not really a master of anything. He's not very good at anything. He's funny looking. Showed me that he's got like a funny look and bent nose.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't find himself attractive at all. He doesn't think anyone else finds him attractive. He doesn't feel like he has anything of worth to offer the world. He's sort of like a bit of a laughing stock. I don't think he really is it, really. I think this is just his opinion of himself.
Yeah.
He's got a very low opinion of himself.
Well,
Very low.
how did he grow up? Did he grow up with a mother and father in a traditional home?
Well, I just saw a vision of a very overbearing, large, angry father.
Mm-hmm.
So he lived in fear. I don't think his mother and father were very nice. His mother was sort of a big, stout lady as well. This is interesting. He doesn't appear to be big and stout at all. I wouldn't say that he was overweight. But his mother and father are overweight and sort of big and muscular and strong looking. It's a very sort of strong European look, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And angry. They're angry. They're just not very nice people. And he's quite timid and shy and fragile. I would say he's fragile.
Does he feel like, I'm just shooting in the dark here. Does he feel like if you're not physically big and maybe overweight or stout or strong, that you can't get along in society?
Yes. I just felt it in my chest. I felt like my whole body swell up. Like he wants to look like a big chest and big arms and big muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so if
He's
his
like
body's
a
not
puny
big,
guy.
yeah, so if his body's not big, he would think of himself as insignificant.
Yeah. Like you said that, and he said that you had to be strong in those times.
Yes.
And I feel like he's just sort of a walking disaster. That's his opinion of himself.
That's what
He's just clumsy and not very good at anything. And I can see him trying to make stuff and breaking it. Like it's like he's trying to assemble something and it falls off the table, and he's just not a very hands-on guy.
Yeah.
And this is a world that you've got to have those attributes. This is why he doesn't feel like he's husband material. Because what value would he bring to a marriage? He's not manly enough. Yeah.
Does he know anyone that he might admire that's not big, but they have a reason for him to admire them?
Oh, straight away before you finish the sentence, he went to a vision of a girl that he admires, but he was lying and saying, no, I don't like her, but he does like her. Yeah. Skilled horseman, he says.
She is?
No, like, no, the people he admires that aren't necessarily big and strong.
Yeah.
But that's the point. There's still the people that he admires that aren't big and strong. They still have a skilled archers, but he's not very good at that. He told us that earlier. Yeah, I just get the feeling he's just a big klutz. He's just not very good at the manly things. I wouldn't say he's effeminate, and I wouldn't say that he feels effeminate. He's just that sort of back in wherever it was, you know?
He's not a fixer.
Something to do with 12, the period of time. So either the 1200s or the 12th century. He would be like the 12th century's version of like a computer nerd or something. Yeah.
Which is great right now, but not so good in Slovenia in the 12th century.
Yeah.
What does he like? Is there something he likes that he would love to be more skilled at, that he would enjoy doing?
He just showed me, but I guess this would be termed as effeminate in those days. He showed me just before you said it, cooking.
He likes to cook. Okay.
But it's not his role. It's a woman's role. So what could he bring to a marriage? That's the woman's job, you know?
However, all the best chefs in the beginning were men.
Yeah. I just get the feeling that he sort of, they don't treat him like a girl, but he gets bullied a lot for being, even though I wouldn't say he has girly characteristics, to them, he has girly characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gay or anything like that. He's just, and he's not really effeminate, not how we would say someone was effeminate. He's just one of those geeky sort of lanky guys that his skill set doesn't suit that era of time.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask that Tobias go forward to the next significant event in his life. 1, 2, 3. Be there.
Oh God. There's a big fire.
Oh.
Yeah, in the woods or something. There's a massive fire, like a forest fire.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he's feeling scared. It's not very brave, but I'm not holding that against him. That is scary. He feels like he's not very brave. Like when he feels like that's supposed to be his predetermined role in that society, that men are brave, men are big and strong, but he's none of those things. Yeah, I can just see the big fire and just sort of rising above the trees. It's just like a wall of fire.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
He's sort of just cowering in fear. He's not really doing much. He's sort of just transfixed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on. I think it's actually affecting a nearby village.
Oh.
And even though he feels frozen by it, he knows he just can't stand there and just let it happen, like watch it. He's got to overcome his fear and help. I can see him wanting to get like pails of water. That's what he says. Like I can see like a bucket made out of like sort of planks of wood and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's actually gone and done that, but I know I can feel that that's what I should be doing. But I'm just sort of stunted by fear. That's what he says. Yeah. I can see the black smoke. He's running away. I can see him turning his back, running away from the black smoke. I think he's been a coward maybe and not helped at all, and I can just see lots of charred things and black rolling smoke, sort of black rolling smoke towards him, and I think he's running away from it rather than stepping up and being the man that he should be and helping.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gone to find shelter. He's just getting the hell out of there, essentially, even though he knows that he should be doing something more. I can see him, cowering behind a building, actually, some sort of, not so much of a building, but some sort of building. He's just hiding until it's over, essentially. And he's feeling, I can feel it in my heart. I just feel pathetic. Just so pathetic. I don't know if it's happening or if he fears it's going to happen, but I have like this, it's not necessarily happening. I just have it like a vision, like an analogy maybe, that like these angry villagers with pitchforks sort of coming after him. But maybe he's thinking, oh, they're going to find out I didn't do anything to help and, you know, I'm going to be ostracized even further. Maybe that did happen, not necessarily exactly like that, but I see him running away, and this is where the cave comes into play. I see him going into that cave of slate.
Yeah.
And my heart feels really weird. My heart feels tight. I just feel a burden, he says. It feels like a burden.
It feels like he has a burden or he is a burden.
He is a burden on society, on his society. He's got nothing of value to add.
Let's move forward again to the next significant event. 1, 2, 3. Be there. See what you see. Hear what you hear.
I think this is my day of death. It's in the cave. This is how it started. I can't get out. I didn't mean to get stuck there.
Oh no.
I can see the light. It's so far away, but I could get there, but I can't because all the slates caved in and it's too narrow.
Yeah.
And it's caved in around me, which is why I can feel it on my
Sure.
on my shoulders and neck. Basically got buried alive in this slate.
If that's too painful for you, you know you can separate out and be an observer again.
It's okay. I can't feel it. I'm just releasing the emotions. It's good to cry through it.
That's okay with me, but I just want you to have a control.
Yeah. And I didn't mean for that to happen. I just hid there just sort of till things cooled down. I just thought if I hid for a bit away from like the village and the people who live there, that you know, I just needed a bit of cooling off time for them to sort of forget that I didn't help out or sort of work out what the hell I was going to do. He just says he's pathetic, that's how he sees himself, which is heartbreaking.
While he was hiding, this cave-in happened?
Yeah. I'm not sure what caused it, but he didn't intend to stay in the cave for a long time. He didn't intend, he's just sort of ran away like a coward and just sought solace away from, he just wanted shelter.
Yeah.
While he hid away from the world, essentially. And he found that, but he got, it sort of, maybe it wasn't, being shown it wasn't a sort of cave that you should be going into, wasn't stable. Maybe the fact that he entered it actually upset it and caused it to cave in.
Sure.
His actual presence into the cave. It wasn't I'm just saying that because I sort of asked, was there some natural phenomenon like an earthquake or something? But it wasn't anything like that. It was that he had disturbed the site. It wasn't very stable. It's not meant for humans to climb into, so to speak.
Yeah. And so now that he's trapped there, can you move forward maybe a little bit and allow him his death and separation?
Yeah, I can see. Do you mean like his soul separating? Because that's what I can see.
Yes.
I can see him sort of looking down at the scene.
There we go.
Like these essence sitting. I can come above the trees now and everything. I'm just... I'm not really feeling any... I'm just feeling peace. Not feeling like any horror or anything about it. Or... Not really over... I'm not thinking about it, thinking, oh my God, I just died and got trapped in that cave. Do you know what I mean? I'm just... Oh, it's really nice. I'm just going to sit here in a minute in this feeling. Because it's just beautiful. It's just... I don't want to speak because there's no words for it. It's just lovely. It's just oneness. It's just peace.
Is someone meeting Tobias or the light people perhaps helping him?
I can feel myself like my form now is light. Like a light, like a ball of light.
Yeah.
And I can feel myself being sort of sucked up into like the oneness of a big light.
Yeah.
Not necessarily meeting anyone, just being... Oh, it's really beautiful to watch, actually. Just like this little ball of light just becomes part of this massive part of light, which is really beautiful because it's now he's got this feeling of feeling whole, and he never... In his life, he didn't feel part of society, but now he's got that wholeness. Do you see what I'm trying to say here?
He's part of this celestial energy.
Yeah.
Or
energy. He feels wanted and feels like he's belong. Yeah. So he's wanted his whole life. It's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah.
To experience. It's really lovely.
And when he's ready, I would love him to look back on his life and be able to see his soul during that life from where he is now. And I'm just wondering, are there any parts of his soul that fragmented before this life or during this life, which might appear like silver threads going away from his soul during that life, or energy slipping out?
I'm not sure what you mean, but I can see that image of a lizard again. I just see a lizard on a rock. I don't know if that's a fragment.
I don't either.
No, that's okay.
Sometimes it's attached. It has an attachment of some part, in some way, to his soul.
I think he's saying that that's a simultaneous life. Like I said, that you can... If your higher self chooses, you can exist in more than one incarnation at the same time. Yeah. So he exists as him, Tobias, which, by the way, I'm not 100% sure if that's his name. I've also got Titus. It's something like that. It's either Tobias or Titus. And maybe one of the other incarnations he decided to exist at the same time is a lizard, or the lizard lived in a different time but in the same area. But no, I can't see anything fragmenting or anything like that.
So as far as
I did see...
His soul is intact.
Yeah, his soul's intact. I did see, before you asked me that question, I sort of saw his life flash through his eyes. Like, you know how you say that, like, when someone dies, they say that they see their life flash before them. And I saw that this girl that he showed me before that he was in love with, and maybe a regret of not... He didn't do anything about it. He just admired her from far because he was a coward. That's his words, not mine. He's not got a very high opinion of himself. It's quite sad. But yeah, I can see all this love emanating from him for this woman, and the regret. I think that must be his biggest regret when he's died, that he didn't make it known or tell her, or he didn't do anything about it. It was a massive secret. No one knew at all. That's and I feel a pain in my heart right now as I'm saying that. It's a pretty girl we brought.
Can we assist him to heal that regret, to forgive himself?
Yeah. He needs to
and if you need the assistance of an angel, a guide, or a light person, call them in and they will help.
Yeah. This is why one of my lessons, my incarnations lessons, is self-love.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, he has a very low opinion of himself, and it's not just through me, but through other incarnations. We're learning the lesson of self-love to heal this part of our experience. And I can feel it in my heart. I feel like there's like a hole, like a black hole.
Yeah.
Not physically, like energetically, but it's closing in and being filled with light.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it is really beautiful.
As you see him being able to heal his soul and give himself from the regret, that passes you to also heal. Yeah,
it's like me and other incarnations are helping to heal him. Essentially, and I can feel that. I can see him too, that as I'm feeling this feeling, and I just see this beautiful golden white light sort of in a heart shape and sort of melding together and filling up the black holes, energetic holes, so to speak, and this beautiful warmth growing and spreading across my chest. And as that's happening, I can see him starting to uplift and smile and feel loved and happy. That's really beautiful.
As he heals also, as you mentioned, even incarnations that are between him and your lifetime now, those heal also all along the way. All of those heal as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's when this journey first started for me, I thought that they were just helping heal me, but we're all helping each other heal because we're all one soul. We're all healing each other. So even though he's in the 1200s, I'm going to go with 1200s, I'm helping, like he's healing me, obviously, because I've got issues with self-love, obviously, if I'm worried about being fat and stuff. But I'm also at the same time healing him. It's, what's the word? He says symbiotic, but I don't know if that's the right word for it. It's like
symbiotic.
Yeah. I feel like it's interchanging, though. It's like reciprocal, I would say.
Yeah, reciprocal.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this idea of you can't be strong enough or worthy enough unless you're big, can that also be healed and brought to light?
Yeah, that's... Oh, high selves are so funny. I love you. Yeah, Hernandez. I said that image of Tobias or Titus. I'm not really sure what his name is. And he was like sort of blew himself up, and that's the image he wanted to be. Sort of like you put a pin in that and it deflated. And it's gone back down. That's when I had that image, that made so much sense to me. About how he wanted to be big.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Of course. Well, he got his wish just through me. And not quite what he wanted. My husband always says, be careful what you wish for.
Yes. Do you feel like that idea of him having to be big to be powerful and significant, does that reach into your lifetime?
Yeah, actually my higher self wants to step forward and say something. He was saying something. Yeah, Johannes. He said, power comes from within. Power is not physical at all. It's the beauty of your soul that is the most powerful thing. And people don't realize how powerful their soul power, I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm just saying what he's telling me, is that we're all looking for things to complete us and make us feel better about ourselves. But everything we need is just inside. And we're even, like, we're all looking for different ways to heal ourselves, to make ourselves better, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But all we've got to do is look within. Everything we need is inside our own soul. We just need to harness that power. That's the message he wants to express to the world, if that makes any sense. I hope it does.
Makes total sense. Easy to say, hard to do. But once we know the concept, we can strive for that.
Yeah, he just shows me an image of the soul, which is basically, when he shows me images of the soul, it's just like this glowing, beautiful, white, golden ball of light.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of just growing exponentially. That's the word he just told me. It's just, the power of the soul is just beyond belief, beyond anything. And we all have that power to harness. We're just going to learn how to harness it within ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And what advice can your higher power give us to strive to achieve this growth of soul?
Well, self-love definitely helps, he says. He says if everyone practiced self-love and realized how worthy they were, that the world would have a lot less problems. That it's beautiful. He's not saying this is a bad thing. He still wants people to practice this, but it's beautiful that people want to express love to others. And a lot of us are very good at that, and that's a gorgeous thing, but not many of us at all. Not many humans at all really are very good at expressing true self-love. And I don't mean like egotistical, I'm an awesome self-love, you know what I mean? Like doing things to fill your cup and loving yourself first and having, true pure love for yourself. The other thing you can do to align with your soul and harness that greatness is to live in the moment. He wants to express, and this is everyone in the world, and it's an easy thing to say and a very hard thing to do, is that everybody gets caught up in their thoughts and they believe their thoughts. Everyone's got this little voice going on in their head. Everyone has it. And they, believe it, but don't believe the thoughts. Just focus on what's actually happening in the real world in that very moment. And that will help your soul to, what's he say? Energize itself, like become energized and just break through all the crud of life. Mm-hmm. Sort of just see it, just sort of the light piercing through all these layers of crud and you seeing, it's like a windshield covered in mud and wiping the windshield and finally seeing what life actually really is. Everyone's in their thoughts. Everyone's thinking, oh, if I do this next, or if I do that, or if this happens, or if this doesn't happen, life is great, But what he said, forget about that. That doesn't exist. They're just thoughts in your head. Focus on what's actually happening in real life right now, and you will see the beauty of life and what it has to behold. That's what he says.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So to turn this around, if you express this within yourself, will you break through all those layers of slate?
Yeah. Sorry, sometimes I do that when I'm breaking through things energetically. I can actually see, oh wow. I can actually see like I physically achieved it as Tobias, which I didn't obviously, but I see all this slate clearing and this just beautiful sunlight just sort of coming out of the cave's completely broken open now, and I can see the sun through the trees and everything. So I think he's showing me that, if you energize that soul power, this is how he's explaining it. I hope it's making sense. Mm-hmm. If you focus on that soul power, energetically, it has the power to break through anything. So yes, for me, it can pierce through that slate and sort of annihilate it with ease,
all those layers,
he says.
Yeah. All those layers of slate that you see yourself, feel yourself encased in.
Yeah.
Your shoulders and your neck and all around you with yourself.
Yeah, I'm completely free of it now. I can see myself completely free of the slate and just this
wonderful,
beautiful sunlight and I just feel free and at peace, and I don't have any heaviness on me, actually. Like even now, physically, I don't feel any heaviness on my neck or shoulders.
Beautiful.
And I feel like I just have a flat tummy. It's and I can he's sort of showing me an image of me if I was made of slate, just layers of slate falling off me.
Yeah.
To become my true self. So, and I can just feel this lovely warmness growing in my chest, and just feelings of love and beauty and peace. It's really quite nice. It's
really
gorgeous.
Nice. So send out your love and gratitude to Tobias for helping you.
Definitely.
Current life through him.
I've just given him a big cuddle and a kiss and said thank you. I always do that when I meet my incarnations. I give him a big cuddle and tell them how much I love them and how grateful I am for them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. He's just giving me a cuddle back. It feels really nice.
Beautiful. And so, is there any more healing to be done to your aura, to his? Is there any more gratitude, love, forgiveness?
Yeah, Hannah says that we're always healing. That's the purpose of us being here.
Oh, that's true.
That's what he said to me. But I can see, not Johannes, sorry. Tobias sort of said to me, it's time to go, and he put his forehead to mine and had a big smile, and I can sort of see him just sort of, as if you would imagine a spirit floating into the heavens, doing that and saying goodbye to me and thanking me. He's thanking me for helping me heal him. I don't feel any of those feelings of unworthiness from him anymore, or insignificance, or he's just got a big smile on his face. And I really feel free on my back and shoulders and neck, and it feels really good. I feel really light around there.
That's so great.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And thank you, Tobias.
Yourself there. I'm just the guide. So be grateful to your higher self and yourself for showing you the way to achieve that. I love it.
Thank you, Hernandez.
So it's time to come back, and we're going to do that gradually. So at 0, you may slip a little deeper. At 1, noticing your physical body in your chair. At 2, beginning to orient yourself to the room around you. Yeah, do that again. 3, take a deep breath. Deep breath. Yeah. At 4, becoming very alert. And 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake.
Hello.
That was a really beautiful regression. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for facilitating that. That was, well, I guess I never expect anything. I never know what he's going to show me, but even in the moment and looking back on it, that makes total sense about the weight. Total sense. Yeah.
I'm taking it in as well, because I'm in the place that you are as well. I know how to do it. I just don't. And I'd like to.
Yeah. It's and that, my friends, is the power of past life regression. It's amazing. It's best healing modality out there.
Yeah. That's why I love to kind of connect, bridge over from something in your life now to find where it started or what idea is prominent. And often that leads to a big old healing. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Angie is very talented. I encourage everyone to employ her for a regression. She's great, especially if you live, where do you live? Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, yeah. Sorry if I incorrectly pronounced that.
You're in the bliss, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a very special talent, and we're very blessed that we have people like you in the world that can help facilitate this self-healing in us and others. So thank you.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
I'm so glad you came on today. And,
yeah, me too.
You also you mentioned that you're putting it out to the world. So where can people follow you and hear your stories?
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm starting to only just of this week. It's all very new, but I've started a couple of Facebook pages. So you can find me on my Facebook page, the Psychic Time Traveler, or Psychic Time Traveler, actually, it's called. And that's Traveler with two L's because Australians spell Traveler with two L's. And on the Psychic Time Traveler Facebook page, I've started to post stories of my regressions that I've had, the spontaneous regressions and the insights that my higher self has shown me. Currently, I've got some really interesting ones of regressions I've had as animals and what that's taught me about animal souls. So yeah, please check that out. My biggest passion is teaching about the true nature of twin flames. So I have another Facebook page, which is the real truth about twin flames. So anyone on the twin flame journey, if you are interested to know what that is really about, please check out my page. People who are on the twin flame journey suffer so much. It's such a painful experience. So I call it the agony and the ecstasy because it's the greatest love you've ever felt, but also the greatest pain. And I have had an insight through my higher self. I've actually seen the twin flame experience happen in more than one timeline for me. I've been a twin flame in the 1800s. I've been a twin flame during World War II. I'm a twin flame now, and I've been a twin flame in the future as well. I was telling Angie that I had a future life progression where I was an American, and all the cities in America were called different names because there was a new language there. So I'm not sure what it was. I couldn't tell you what it was, and I don't even know what year it was. But anyway, yeah, please check that out where I'm teaching about how twin flames are simultaneous incarnations, which means that sometimes your higher self decides to have more than one incarnation in the same timeline, and sometimes your higher self decides that those incarnations meet to create healing and promote self-love, which, like I said, is a big lesson for my soul to learn, and also non-attachment, which is, Buddha says that any desire and attachment is the root of all suffering, and I don't think there's been a truer word spoken. If you learn how to non-attach and focus on the now, you'll achieve great happiness. So yeah, please check me out. Thank you so much, Angie.
Oh, you bet. It was a pleasure having you on today. What I often do is I go back and I look at that past life and I bring up images and talk to you later and kind of go over those. I don't think I'll be able to with this one because it's kind of general. Sure I can try to find paintings of Slovenia forest, but it's a forest. I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't think I have much to offer in the way to find images to this, so I'm going to leave it as it is. I just think it was a beautiful journey without having to recap it.
Oh, awesome! Thank you very much. I feel very honored. And I'm blessed. So no, that's all right. What was that? Sorry, hope we stay in touch. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, yeah,
definitely. Sorry, it's 10 p.m. over here, guys. It's actually 11 p.m. over here.
You're a teacher. You need to go to bed.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to have breakfast. So there we go.
Oh, enjoy. It was so lovely to meet you, and I'm looking forward to staying in touch.
Thank you, Ashleigh.
That's okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Isn't it amazing when we get to interact with someone's higher self? Gives me the tingles. When Ashleigh released all of the slate from her body, I felt lightened at the same time. What did you experience? Hey, thanks so much for listening today. Would you like to come on the show and experience a past life? You can let me know on my Facebook group, Past Life Traveler Podcast, Facebook group. For private sessions, messenger me on Facebook or through my listing on Psychology Today. I'm Angie J. Hernandez, Certified Hypnotherapist. Next week, travel with me and my guest into another exciting past life, because you never know if what you discover in a past life can impact this life. Past Life Traveler is a Hearn audio production. Hey, Hearn!
What?